Hey everyone, this is Shane from Fret Zealot, and this is the Epiphone Custom Koa. Today I'm reviewing for you one of the higher end Epiphones that we carry at fretzealot.com. This is the Custom Koa, the Les Paul Custom Model by Epiphone. The Custom Koa is one of the higher end models offered by Epiphone. Going past just the base level beginner instruments, this Custom Koa offers a lot more of the premium features that you see with the higher end Epiphones and even the Gibson guitars, and I'll be talking you through some of the differences that you get when you pick up the custom Les Paul Koa by Epiphone. This guitar is a mahogany body with the koa top, which is what you see on the front, but the wood, the main wood of the body, is a rich mahogany, which is a really sought after tone wood. Mahogany neck as well, and then the ebony fingerboard. So Epiphone is not messing around when it comes to the wood selection. This is a combination that's favored by many Les Paul enthusiasts. You get a lot of beautiful attention to detail with this guitar. I would call it classy and curated. Everything about this guitar is just no nonsense, all classiness, really good looking, and nothing really that doesn't sit out of place to me. You got the beautiful natural wood. In my opinion, you can't go wrong, especially with a nice piece that you see on the front, like the Koa piece. Multi-layer binding across the body, and then binding on the neck and the headstock, which really frames the instrument. Gold hardware, which is a sweet combination, and then some of the black pickup rings and the black pickguard, which sort of just looks consistent with the neck, with the ebony neck. So the whole thing just really comes together beautifully. It's got 22 medium jumbo frets with the block perloid inlays. So you're really getting that Gibson vibe. It's got the slim taper neck, so it's really nice and playable without being quite as C-shaped. So I'm finding it's actually a really nice and easier neck to play on. I prefer a slimmer neck, so this is nice to see from the Epiphone or Gibson brands, being able to get a slightly, it's a similar neck, but it's slightly tapered in. So if you're not familiar with the slim taper neck on the Epiphones, this would be a great guitar to check out if you're interested in that neck profile. Shout out to the tuners as well, also really nice gold tuners, and these say Grovers on them, so Grover tuners are really nice. And I just think the guitar is super sturdy feeling, like it's really, I guess I could call it like responsive and snappy, even when I'm not plugged in. I think it sounds good, which is a sign of a great sounding guitar. Just resonant, even when I'm not plugged in. So that's always something that I look out for, and this guitar really rocks that. Some of the things that you get with this guitar that you don't get in the entry-level Epiphones, the full custom Les Paul shape with the curved top. This is not a flat slab. It's got the curved model top that you get with the Gibson Customs. Got the binding. This is the set neck, so there's no neck screws here. This is not a bolt-on neck. This is a set neck design, which is a really nice construction. Gives it a little bit more resonance and sustain, which is contributed to as well by these really nice tuners, just helping you with the tuning stability. I'm finding this guitar to be really sort of substantial feeling, responsive, but also very like resonant, and it's kind of a beast, but it's not too heavy. It's a little bit heavier than what you would expect for an entry-level Epiphone, but it's not going to break your back. I think they did a good job of balancing out the weight, finding it really comfortable to play. Looks awesome, sounds great. Can't forget the Pro Buckers. We got the Pro Bucker 2 and 3 in the bridge and the neck with the gold plate covers. These are modeled after the old Gibson PAF humbuckers. which are the patent applied for humbuckers. Not sure why they would call them that, but that's what they're known as. It's like the legend. And these Pro Buckers by Epiphone are modeled after that sound of that era, the PAF humbuckers from the early Gibson years. So you're getting a lot of classic accoutrements, a lot of classy vibes from the construction, the look, and the premium features that come with this guitar. Switch to the neck pickup. This guitar stands out to me, I think, as like a rock instrument. Cleans up super well though for things like jazz. I think this guitar is really suited to any sort of genre and any sort of sound that you would want from a humbucker pickup. It's a bit of a classic, which is going to help you cover a lot of ground, whether it's jazz, blues, rock. I think this guitar is a blues beast, both clean and distorted, but you can really, the character of it though is that the tone of this guitar stands out to me as very thick, full range. You get that from both the humbucker PAF pickups, but also just the dense woods that are used. It's making this guitar very rich sounding. Even with just like those single notes, they just sing a little bit more like thicker. Yeah, like I really dig this for a blues rock sound. It dirties up beautifully. You can really rock with this thing, play any sort of hard rock, classic rock with it. So the pickups that you're getting with this guitar are just, you're equipped for sort of any sort of rock situation where you want to rock out. But again, really smooth sounding if you want to get it jazzier, and you have all the control options to do that. If you want to get a little bit of the harshness of the high ends out, you can roll off the tone a little bit, and that's the benefit of having the full 4 control knobs on this guitar. Both the volume knobs for each humbucker and then the tone knobs that are for each humbucker, so you can really dial in a lot of tones just from the guitar itself. Which begs the question, is this as good as the full-on Gibson? Because in my opinion, it's getting pretty close. I think we're getting really close to the sort of build quality and style. What's missing from this guitar that what you're gonna get from the custom Gibsons that you're not gonna get from this guitar is like the handmade instruments and some of maybe their more expensive hardware like the pickups, maybe even more expensive tuners. But this guitar has premium pickups, Grover tuners, which I really don't think it gets much better than that, especially on a Les Paul, Tune-O-Matic bridge. So for the money, I think you're getting about as close as you can get in the Epiphone line to really a premium guitar, but you're just gonna be missing out on some of those novelties and also, you know, the merits of having the hand-built instruments from the Gibson line, which is built in the USA. This guitar is Epiphone, it's made in China. So these are some of the main differences, but for the money, you're getting a really nice high quality instrument. You're definitely higher up in the Epiphone line, so you're not looking at the entry-level Epiphone here. This is a really nice player's instrument, and I think it'll do well for any beginner, intermediate, or even just an advanced player that wants to change up their guitar collection with something that has the Gibson classic style if that's something that you're missing. Also shout out to the sweet, headstock inlays. That's not something you see all the time. This is really nice, like perloid block inlays, but then also on the headstock with this Gibson trademarked sort of diamond look, and then the Epiphone logo. It really just rounds out beautifully. There's nothing missing. If I were wanting anything more out of this guitar, I'd maybe just say get it set up so it's playing the way you want, and you're gonna be really satisfied with this instrument for a long time. You'll get a lot of mileage out of it because it doesn't really leave too much to be desired, in my opinion. If you really are, this guitar may not be for you if you want like a lighter weight guitar, because this is definitely like medium heavyweight. I wouldn't be intimidated by the weight, but it is a little bit heavier than something like a Strat, but that's just pretty much part of the vibe of these Epiphone guitars, and it's what you get with these high density woods, but it also comes with the tonal advantages. These heavier guitars really do rock out pretty hard. So if that's for you, then check out if that's for you, then this guitar rocks. The Epiphone Custom Koa is one of the favorites of our team at FretZealot.com. Check out our guitar shop for combo packs and any sort of guitar playing needs. And let us know what you think about the Custom Koa if you've tried it. Check out FretZealot.com. That's where you can also get our LED learning systems and premium courses so that you can learn how to play on the Epiphone Custom Koa.